Excavation Profits Podcast by Excavation Marketing Pros. Interviews with successful excavation and septic business owners, revealing how they market and grow their business in today's economy. Hear directly from the most successful leaders in your business and discover what they're doing to keep their phone ringing, equipment running, and businesses booming. Now your host, Scott Andreessen.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to today's workshop. We're going to go ahead and get started here pretty much right on time. And I see people are starting to join us from around the web. And just so you know you're in the right place, today's training is going to be how $1 million plus excavation and septic companies are using AI to add 20 to 30% more revenue without hiring more staff. So I'm super excited about this one. Hopefully you are too. Want to give some shouts to Andrew. What's up, man? It was great talking with you just a little bit ago. Cody, Jeremy, other people tuning in on Facebook. Thank you so much. And specifically, we're going to be dialing in automating leads and follow-ups with AI, closing more jobs faster, and how to grow your revenue without adding extra headcount. That's probably one of the most amazing parts about AI is how it can, perform a lot of human-related tasks very well. And so I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. Let's get the ball rolling on this. So who is this for? This is for excavation and septic pros, business owners looking to up their game, bring in high-value jobs for dirt work services. And that would include your excavation, your demolition, land and lot clearing, forestry mulching, concrete flat work, pond construction, septic installs, repairs, pumping, bush hogging, sewer repairs, basically your full site prep services, right? Grading, utility locating, and so on. And today, we're going to reveal some major secrets, how our clients are automating the process of bringing in high value leads and jobs like clockwork, and how you can do it too, using our proven sales process and formula for maximizing the results. So you're not just a choice, but the best choice for excavating and septic in your local market. Now, one of the benefits of AI and automation is, online reputation. I just want to show you real quick here that you take a client like this, Dyer Inc. They started with us. They had 3 reviews on Google. They were all 1 star. And this business had been around for somewhat close to 50 years already. And so it was not a reflection of their business. They were largely word of mouth, doing a fantastic job. But if you found them online, this is what you saw. And so through the power of automation and AI, they were able to very quickly tap into their customer list, get feedback from their best customers, and bring that up to a near 5-star rating that you see right there. And here's another client of ours, already had a fantastic 5-star review, 25 reviews, but not a whole lot of volume. And they had a nice customer list to tap into, and we're quickly able to bring that up to 129 5-star reviews, which really increases the social proof for that next customer so they can charge a premium that they deserve for providing exceptional service, which you can clearly see that they do. And today you're going to learn the same systems excavation and septic contractors are using to grow revenue without stress using automation and AI. And by the way, at any time you have questions during this workshop, there's a QA button that you can go ahead and type in a question, and I will answer it for you. So just go ahead and type a 1 into the QA box, just so I make sure that, you guys know how to use that, okay? And we'll have a question and answer session at the end. So, like, what are the biggest challenges when it comes to marketing, would you say, in general? Thanks for the 1, Andrew. Is it getting the leads? Like, what do you feel is the challenge? Is it following up with leads? Is it getting high quality leads? I would be curious to know what you feel some of the biggest challenges are. Go ahead and type that in the QA box. A lot of people say it's not enough leads, or they say it's high quality, not, high quality leads. They have too many leads, but they're not enough high quality. And that leads to, high costs and low return on investment. And there's also a lack of clear tracking for return on investment when it comes to the marketing. So part of the problem there is there's just too many options to choose from. It's hard to know, like, what's good, what's bad when everyone is trying to sell you something when it comes to marketing. And so I think that, let me get this Zoom thing out of the way. Pardon me. Oops, I'm just going to back up a step. I don't think that lead flow is actually the problem, because I talk to so many excavation and septic businesses, and they have tons of leads. There's an abundance of leads, and it's just a matter of, the best leads is what you want. How do you filter through the junk and just get to the people that want, need, and can afford your services right now? So this is part of our 2026 internet marketing plan for excavation and septic contractors. For those that follow us, you know that every single month we do a training like this on how to triple your profits by getting your internet marketing right. We go through the whole gambit here of retargeting, paid online directories, using your customer list to generate repeat referral business, pay per lead, social media marketing, SEO, all that. So let's dive in. First off, if you don't know me, who am I? Why should you listen to me? My Zoom is acting up. Bear with me. So I've been in the digital marketing realm since 2009, serving outdoor contractors. Since 2022, we've worked exclusively with excavation and septic business owners. And we've successfully worked with hundreds of contractors in that time. I am a 2-time published author for the industry. There's a couple of the books I published on the left: Excavation and Septic Internet Marketing Profits, and then Excavation and Septic Leads is a book that I published recently. I'm also an industry speaker in excavation and septic. There I am at a couple of events speaking. And so in the time that we have been working exclusively with excavation and septic pros like you, we've learned what works and what doesn't work. And what works is when you have something like on the left, where high quality leads are coming in, it's marked where they're coming from, so you have transparency, and the amount of the sale from those leads is clearly known. When it doesn't work, it feels like the picture on your right, a handful of burning cash. So the biggest challenge facing contractors, in my opinion, is unconverted leads. So the reason why is leads that are not followed up with in 5 minutes go cold. They've done studies on this, and after 5 minutes, the odds of you getting ghosted jump up in the 90 percentile. The average customer must be followed up with 5 to 7 times before booking. So I want you to ask yourself, the last time someone filled out a form on your website or reached out to you on Facebook or called your business and maybe they got a voicemail, how many times did you follow up with them? So today's consumer prefers to interact differently than they did, say, 3 to 5 years ago. What we're seeing is most interaction starts with a message, and that could be a chat, a text message, messenger, website chat. A lot of times it's starting out that way because it's very low friction versus a phone call or an email. And 50% of leads go with the vendor, the business that responds first. And as a result, that leaves around 50 to 60% of the inbound leads unconverted, and 90% of web forms fail to convert for that reason. Just the follow-up is too slow. So the solution is what you're going to learn today. Taking advantage of this remarkable technology of AI and automation, where you can start converting more leads from your different social channels, from your website, and so on. And you'll see how to use today's sophisticated AI technology to answer pre-sale questions, collect lead contact information using web chat, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, even two-way text message, and perform actions like booking appointments, sending them invoices without doing a thing. And you'll also discover how to leverage marketing automation to follow up with web forms with a near to instant response via phone, email, text message, and so on. And automate the follow-up so that every single prospect that reaches out to you, they do get that follow-up of 5+ times engagement to increase your likelihood of making a sale. And then you'll see how we use automation with appointment reminders, sales invoices to QuickBooks, collection of deposits, and so on. And so if we just break this down into simple math, let's say that your business already is getting around 100 leads per month, and you're converting 20% of those without any kind of follow-up. All right, so that's 20 book jobs that you got. And 20%, that's 20 jobs. And let's say you got an average ticket on those jobs of around $20,000. That's $400,000, okay? But let's say that you increase your conversion rate of leads because you have a system in place like AI or automation that is going to follow up with them, talk to them in real time to get them to convert so they don't go somewhere else. So that same 100 leads, you're not generating any new traffic whatsoever, just what you got. Your conversion rate jumps to 60% due to the engagement with those leads. You have an automated follow-up system in place. Now your jobs book jumps to 60, and that's 60 book jobs with an average ticket, same as before, $20,000. That's $1.2 million versus $400,000 just by increasing your conversion rate. So that makes every lead that you get so much more valuable. So just from what you've heard so far, go ahead and type in the QA box any takeaways that you've gathered so far. I would be curious to know. We got a lot to cover, but I do want to make sure that also as you have questions to go ahead and type them in the QA box. And I'm going to get to those during this workshop as well. So what we're solving for is the biggest marketing challenge facing excavation and septic contractors today. And you're going to discover how to convert more leads, maximize your return on investment at the highest level possible using AI and automation. Now, statistics show that 98% of all text messages are opened, and 95% of text messages are opened and responded to within 3 minutes. Now, what's more interesting is that U.S. consumers are 5 times more likely to send and receive a text message rather than a phone call. So that's kind of rule number one, is engage how your customers want to engage. Follow up with them quickly is step two. And then number three is start leveraging automation and AI. And the reason, again, leads that aren't followed up with in 5 minutes, they will go cold. A follow-up within 5 minutes is shown to be 20 times more effective than calling after 30 minutes at converting to a sale. And after 5 minutes, the odds of qualifying a lead actually drop by 80%. So 50% of leads go with the vendor that responds first. You can take advantage by using AI to chat, text, call, and book an appointment in real time. So your ideal outcome, it looks like this. All leads are captured, they're categorized, they're tagged where they come from, and contacted. Every lead gets an email and a text message within 30 seconds of submission, and a call from someone at your company within 5 minutes. That's covering all your bases. Every lead is followed up with at least 7 times via email, text message, and phone until they book or tell you they're not interested. And AI is incorporated at the beginning stages of the sales funnel to weed out non-qualified leads and jobs you don't do, service areas that you don't go to. That's all stuff AI can handle for you. So I want to show you what this looks like rather than I just talk. And actually, this will be on podcast too, so I'm going to have to be descriptive because you won't be able to see. But this is a flow chart of what a complete AI automation growth program looks like. And if you look on the left, you right now have traffic sources. Okay, that's leads coming in from Facebook, Instagram ads, Google LSA, SEO, and blogs from your website. Most of you have a Google business profile that's driving traffic, and a customer list. Okay, those are your top traffic sources. From there, your website and AI can start conversions. And so that's done through AI chat, through a quote form that as soon as someone fills out a quote, they're getting responded to by AI. And I'm going to show you an example of that in a little bit. And also by texting. So simply someone texting into your business is a very good way to collect leads. You can have AI capturing the lead right at that moment, starting to qualify them. And then anytime a call is missed, to have a missed call text back and AI having the conversation with that lead that called you, finding out what they want, what service area they're in, identifying if you can help them, and then booking them into a consultation call appointment. So if you're looking at time frame, this should all happen near to instant, like within under a minute. Okay, so from the time you get a lead, no matter where it comes from, it's getting an auto call back, a text, an email. It's getting booked into an appointment, and it's getting added to a CRM where it's tagged, so you know exactly where it came from, and so on. Now, we all know that some of your leads do not convert into paid jobs right away, that they're just not there with their journey in the buying process. Especially like septic systems. How common is it that they reach out to you and they just don't know the process? They don't have a design or permit. They don't know what all is entailed. That doesn't mean that they're not interested. It just means they're early, is all. So what you don't want to do is shoo them away and have them 2 months from now, when they're ready to pull the trigger, going back on Google and searching for a septic contractor near me. Instead, what you want to do is take advantage of the right technology and nurture those leads. So from the moment they reach out to you, fill out a form and so on, you're getting them into a lead nurture sequence that is going to send them weekly emails and occasional text messages about your company, following up. Hey, have you abandoned the idea of getting that septic installation? Have you abandoned the idea of that site prep project? All done through automation, through AI. And then when they chime in, when they reply back to those texts or emails, not missing it. Having AI then respond and do its job to pre-qualify that lead again and book them into a consultation call where a human can take over from there. Is this making sense, you guys? Type a 1 in the QA box if this is making sense. Cool. Now, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Now with the sales, the thing is you want to be tracking where your leads are coming from and have some sort of a system in place to follow. So I do recommend a sales pipeline that leads are not just stored on your phone. They're not just stored in your inbox, but a dashboard. And how we do it is we set up what's called a sales pipeline that all leads start off here. So I'm in column number 5. All leads start off in the new lead column, okay? And then from there, they're either a hot lead or not based upon the type of job and the budget amount for the job. At which point they get moved to a booked appointment, an estimate gets sent, and the job gets sold. So all leads get stored in your CRM, and at the same time, they get put into a sales pipeline that you work. And so if you have an office admin, someone working these leads, or if you're doing it yourself, you know each day, okay, here's my focus. Here's where I'm at. Here's who I need to contact. Here's where they're at in the buying process. Okay. Now, you all use different billing CRMs. Some of you use QuickBooks, Service Titan, Jobber, House Call Pro, Joist, Markate. I mean, there's a ton of them, right? And the thing is, you want to use automation to track your revenue back to its source. This way, you know what's working and what's not. And so that can all be done with automation and AI now. And this way, as leads come in, you're selling jobs, you can track it back to where it came from so you have a very clear picture. So that's kind of just in a nutshell what this would look like if you're using AI and automation to grow your business using digital marketing. So some practical tips on how you use it. It greets leads, and then it qualifies leads, and then it books appointments. It's not designed to sell yet. And it's 100% effective for doing this through existing websites using chat, through your Facebook business page using Messenger, through your Instagram profile using Messenger, through WhatsApp is now programmable this way. Text messaging is programmable this way. And people, what we have found, whether they know it's AI or not, which I'm going to show you an example in a little bit, that when I played this at a speaking event, most people said from a humanness scale of 1 to 10, they gave it about an 8. So it sounds very human. People don't care if it's AI or not. What they want is, can you help me and how fast can you help me? They want near to instant replies. They don't want to wait. And so AI is perfect for this. It gives them what they want. And you can use it to collect information that you need to automate automate tasks in your business. And you can use it also as a customer service filter for frequently asked questions or routing to correct departments in your business. Those are some other ways to use it. All right. So how you can automate with AI is you can schedule callbacks and book appointments with it. You can request reviews to your social profiles like Google and Facebook. You can send customers links and to web forms and pre-qualify them. You can have it make decisions for you as well through automation, like sending requests for payment. And you can choose to automate other tasks like bids and proposals. You can even analyze images and documents now, which is very interesting. So the options are endless. Now, some pro tips that we found is that it must be trained properly on your specific business. Otherwise, it won't work. It's kind of like garbage in, garbage out. And you can train it on internal documents. So if you've got spreadsheets on your business, maybe pricing, things like that, you can train it on that. You can train it on web pages. And you can even specify its tone. You can give it a sense of humor. You can tell it how aggressive you want it to be for sales. Do you want it to be more light and casual? Do you want it to be more of a closer? It's really up to you. But the money is in the prompt. I know many of you are very familiar now with ChatGPT and Claude, and so you know a bit about prompts, right? And so that is a real key to success with these is having the right prompts, training it right, and having some good prompts. So if you followed up with all your leads using AI and automation like this, like I've just shown you, do you feel like you would convert more of them to customers? If you do, give me a 1. Type a 1 into the QA box. And if you think it would have absolutely no effect on your ability to convert more leads and close more jobs, type a 2. That's okay too. You can be totally honest. Okay. Let's keep it going. I'm seeing some ones. No 2s yet. That's a good sign. So let's look at some ROI math, okay? Let's say you're a septic contractor and you do pumping. The average pumping job is around $450, we'll say. If you were to recover just 4 extra jobs through AI and automation, that's $1,800 a month revenue impact right there. If you recovered 8 extra pumping jobs, that's $3,600 a month. Now, what if you recovered a repair on a septic system? Say that's around $1,500. If you recover just 2 a month, that would be $3,000 a month. And let's say you recovered 1 extra install or excavation job per quarter, just 1 through AI and automation. That's $35,000 just by having automations and AI in place. So what is the impact? How many lost jobs are being left on the table for you? Think about it. So how do you implement this for your business? How do you do that? How do you walk away from this and start implementing it? So every business is unique. It depends on the systems you have already. Some of you have House Call Pro, Jobber, Service Titan, QuickBooks. And so based on that, you're going to use different types of automations and AI. But some practical tips is here's a website, of a client, and you can see it's got chat. Okay. And this is a great place to start, is get AI chat, at least greeting customers, at least saying hello and collecting information. That's a good place to start. You can have specials that lead to web forms, and then these web forms are automated with AI. So as soon as someone fills out a form, they're getting a text, an email reply, but not an autoresponder. I mean, it's integrated with AI. So it reaches out, and then as soon as someone replies back, hey, Cindy, we just got your quote form from our website for the excavation job, and I'm reviewing it now. Can I call you in a little bit? Cindy replies back, yeah, you can call me in a bit. And then the AI can actually take over the conversation from there and work to book a call. Here's an example of booked appointments from AI to give you an idea. All these appointments are booked just by AI reaching out, qualifying the prospect, and then booking a consultation call. What I would like to do now is actually share with you a real appointment so you can see how that works. And so hopefully this shares sound. And we're going to go through a real live demo of a job. I hope. I got to get the play button to work. Otherwise, it won't work. Okay, here we go. I think this will work.
Sergeant Nesson.
Hi, Larry. My name's Scott, the AI bot. I got a form from you that you requested a free consult for your septic system. Do you remember doing that?
Yeah, I do.
Great. Thanks for confirming. Do you have 2 minutes to talk right now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. To help us better assist you, can you confirm if you're the property owner where the septic system will be installed?
Yeah, I just don't know if you can legally put one in because I'm on city sewer.
Thanks for letting me know. That's a good question, and definitely something a specialist can help you figure out. Before we set up a call, can you tell me how many bedrooms the home has or will have?
The home has 2 bedrooms and a small office that sometimes they would consider it a third, but there's only one person living here. So I would be looking for a septic system to back up for just one person.
Thanks for sharing that info. One more quick question. If we can help and the septic solution meets all your conditions of satisfaction, including price, when would you want to start?
Probably before winter.
Got it. Thanks. I can have one of our septic specialists give you a call to walk through everything and answer all your questions. Would that work for you?
That'd be great.
Perfect. What day and time would work best for the call with our specialist? Morning or afternoon is fine, whatever's easiest for you.
Morning usually works pretty good. I have to work. I do volunteer work in the evening and the afternoon, so.
Thanks for letting me know. Let me check what morning times we have available. Here are a few morning time slots we have open tomorrow. 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m., 10 a.m. Would any of those work well for you?
Yeah, 10 a.m. would work good.
Just to confirm, you'd like to book the call for tomorrow at 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
You're all set. Our septic specialist will call you tomorrow at 10 a.m. I have scheduled your appointment, and you will get a text and email reminder. Thanks for your time, and goodbye for now. So that's it, guys. Like, how cool is that, right? Again, that's not a human. That was AI. So I'm showing you what's possible, that in this day and age, I mean, we are booking hundreds of calls like this. And that guy was talking about volunteer work and different parts of his life and things like that. And did he know it was AI? Who knows? But more often than not, that's the type of conversations that we're hearing as people book appointments. Maybe they forget it's AI. Who knows? Maybe they just want someone to talk to. But as far as its effectiveness at identifying if it's a job you do in the service area you serve, and then pre-qualifying if they are looking to get started, if they can afford your services, AI can do that very well. And do you need to have an extra person in the office to handle calls? Probably not. In this day and age, probably not. So that's just a little sample of how AI is being used to follow up with leads and book very well qualified appointments. So as leads come in, the AI and automation pretty much takes over. And so leads come in like you see here, and they're all marked as to where they came from. Organic search in this instance, they clicked on a web page, text messages reaching out, emails are going out, all the action, all these automations, hundreds of them just start firing off. Okay. Everything gets tracked. This is what it looks like on the back end to give you an idea. So it is highly technical, right? But complex actions and workflows like this get handled in seconds, in the blink of an eye. And it works across all platforms now. Google local service ads, Google ads, pay-per-click, Home Advisor, Thumbtack, Instagram, Facebook. You can leverage AI and automation everywhere now. So remember, leads that are not followed up with quickly are going to go cold. 5 minutes is usually the best response. That's the most effective time. Anything after that, you really risk getting ghosted. And then 50% of leads typically go with the first vendor that responds. And statistics have shown that 98% of all text messages do get opened, and 95% of them are open and responded to within 3 minutes of being delivered. So I'd be interested in hearing from you guys. Will this help you make more money? Will this help you convert more of your leads and grow your business? Type in the QA box. Give me a 1 if you feel it will. Awesome. Very cool. So AI and automation is already battle tested and works, but it is evolving very fast. So don't get left behind. We've had many success stories when it comes to growing businesses in excavation and septic. I can tell you firsthand, AI and automation is a huge part of that. So overall, our online strategy is comprehensive. It's not one magic, silver bullet, but automation and AI is a key part. Having a website that is built to convert, proactive search engine optimization by providing value-added content that answers customer questions, focusing on your online reviews and reputation, maintaining at least a 4.5 Google rating or above is going to do you really well. Taking advantage of paid ads, specifically Google pay-per-click, Google LSA, Facebook, and then remarketing, using those ads that follow people around. Posting on social regularly, email marketing. So as soon as those leads come in, you own those leads. Don't let them out of your site. Continue to follow up with them by email, occasional text messages. Get some precision tracking in place and measure your KPIs. How many leads are coming in? Where are they coming from? What's my cost per lead? What is my cost to acquire a customer? What is my return on investment? Those are the metrics that you should know. gain fast traffic and get an SEO boost with YouTube. You can use video shorts, TikTok videos, and you can actually automate all that stuff out now. So if you would like some help, type in the chat and we can have a brief QA session here. If you have some questions, now's the time to type them into the QA box. Don't be shy. And if you would like some help with this, you can schedule a call and talk with me by going to excavationmarketingpros.com/schedule. And that's pretty much all I got. Does anyone have any questions in the QA? Anything at all? Going once, going twice. Awesome. All right. Well, listen, I want to thank you all so much for your time in joining me today. Hopefully you got great value out of this. I truly appreciate your time. And let me know how it goes. All right. And stay tuned. We'll keep you, if you're on our email list, join us next month where we'll be having another workshop like this, going over something else to help you grow your business in the excavation or septic industry. Okay. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.
Hey there, excavation pros. If you enjoyed today's podcast, make sure to like and subscribe to our podcast and channel. Leave us your feedback and let us know how we did. And hey, if you're interested in taking your excavation or septic business to the next level online, make sure you visit excavationmarketingpros.com today and take advantage of our free resources and mastermind group for excavation and septic industry professionals.